Number one is the concept number one, module. Okay, so module and components. Okay, meaning that I want to call a component from one module to another module. Okay, module to another module, module to another module. Okay, so using, okay, I want to create a module. I would like to use a module. Okay, and I want to create multiple components. Okay, I want to create multiple components from one module. So meaning that, so see here guys, you can take module. Okay, you can create a module. Inside the module you can create components. Okay, you can create components. Again you can take module 2, you can create another components, another components. Fine guys. Now once, yeah, let me diagrammatically show you. This is module 1 containing component 1, component 2, component 3, and another module, module 2, having component 1, component 2, and component 3. Okay, component 3. Okay, yeah. So now what I need to do is I want to call from component 1 to another component. I want to call this component 1, okay, to component 2. See here guys, this is what, if this is in the same components, yeah, maybe like m1 c1, m1 c2, m1, I mean m1 m1 c3. This is m2 c1, m2 c2, m2 c3. Let's look at it guys. Of course we can have multiple modules also. Okay, we have focused until today, we have focused creating components, but today I would like to tell you creating modules. Creating module is very simple guys. It's a logical differentiating, okay, components. We can create components inside the module 1. You can create, okay, so components in another module. Now the goal is I want to call a component from another module. Actually what we have done previously, if you see like this, if I want to call like this, I want to call module 1 C1 to module M1 C2. So this is component 1. If you see like this is going to be component. Okay, if you want to call other component in the same module, okay, there is no special, directly you can use it. Okay, but if you want to use any component, from another module, then you need to do some extra work. That is what you need to learn. Okay, now the default module is what? App module. The default component is app component, app module, app component. These are the two things. Okay, so by default we can get whenever you create a project. Inside the app module, whatever components we are creating, all components are going to be created inside the app module only. Today what I want to do is I want to create another module. Okay, so second module, custom module. You can create the custom module. So if you create any module, remember that the new module that you are creating is going to be under the app module, meaning that app module is going to be the parent module. App module is going to be the parent module. App module is going to be the parent module. But okay, the child module, whatever module you are going to create, that is going to become child module. All right. Okay. So now, how to create a module? Okay. So actually, if you want to create a component, how many files are going to be created? 4 files are going to be created, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. One is HTML, another is CSS, and then TS file, TypeScript file, component class. Another one is, okay, like unit testing related work. Of course, we are not going to, we didn't touch this. We are going to work unit testing latter part of the course. Okay, that is separate section. We are going to how to do unit testing and all. We'll be working okay on this latter. Okay, now we have created the component. Now, if I want to create a module, it is a simple only one file. If I want to create a module, that will be like it is going to be a folder. Okay, so what it is going to do? If I create a module, what it is going to create? It is going to create a folder. Inside the folder, what it is going to do is it is going to create the component. Yeah, inside the folder, you can create components. See here, guys, you can create the components. But yeah, whatever folder it has created for a module, right? And it is going to create a one single component. Sorry, one single file, module file. Okay, it is going to create module file. So if I try to create module, what happens? It is going to create a folder, and then inside the folder, it is going to create a file. Okay, module related file. Only one file is going to be created. Okay, so the first step is how to create module. Okay, how to create a module. Okay, so of course you can create it manually, or you can use command prompt. Yeah, let us use command prompt only. Okay, command prompt. Okay, so using command, what is the command? Ng generate rg. You can use generate rg. Okay, if it is component, okay, component or c, right? If you want to create module, yeah, you can say module rm. You can use module rm. So that this is a notation, short notation, and then ng generate. This is elaborated. Okay, command ng generate module. Okay, so this is the command. I'm going to use this or this. Okay, both are same. I can use and then I can generate the command. Yeah, let us enter into the concept. Okay, let us go to the project. Okay, see. Okay, so let us, okay, 1 second, guys. I want to open the, okay, this is our project, and you can go to the command prompt. You can go to the command prompt in two ways. In editor, you can click on this. Okay, this one triangle is there, right? If you click on triangle, you can open this, and then you can go to the terminal. Okay, and then if you click on this, it will be collapsed, and then here you can execute the commands. Now, what kind of command I want to execute? I want to execute to generate the component. Sorry, to generate the module. Okay, if you open the structure of before generating, before issuing the command, let us see the project. Okay, folder structures. What are the things available? See here, guys, in this app, okay, in this particular app folder, you can see form component, person card, table, all these files are available, right? These are the different files are available. Okay, these are the different files are available. Okay, all these, these are the components. Okay, these components are available where? In the app module. This can be called as app module. So for app module, one file is available. In this file, these are the modules available. See here, this is app module. Okay, so this is, you can say this part is app module. Okay, you can say, okay, even this CS is also one module. Okay, for app module, there is no separate folder. This is table folder, and this is person card folder as well. This is form component folder. So all these components are available inside the module called app module, which is default. Okay, so now I would like to create a separate module. So ng generate module m. Yeah, somebody create new one. 1 second. Okay, if I try to create new one, okay, give me a second. I'm going to create a new project. Okay, guys. So now I started creating the project. Meanwhile, we'll discuss about this. Okay. So creating module, just sample. Just I'm showing you something. How to create a module. Ng generate module. The module name is a module name is maybe like product module. Oh, sorry. Product. Okay. Whenever you say like this, ng generate module product, hit this. With this, the command is going to take. So while we are waiting for okay, it is to create. Meanwhile, somehow I clicked something else, and then this command, this thing got entered here. So because of that, okay, so it is giving some error. Just look at this, only this one. What we have done, guys, ng generate module. Okay, we know that module. Yeah, let us okay give the explanation. Module is a combination of multiple components. Okay, of course, module is a container for components. Module is a container for components. Actually, at least one module should be there. That is, app module is already there. But now I want to create product related components inside the product module. Okay, so you can separate all your components into single product. Okay, in a separate module, you can create all your product related components into separate product module. So that is our intention. Just I have created like this. Okay, the name can be anything. For your module name can be anything. So whenever you provide it like this, let's look at it, guys. You can observe in the folder structure, it has created one folder. Okay, this is a product folder. This is a product, is a module name. Okay, if you open that, you can see only one file, one ts file. This is also ts file. Component class is also ts file. Okay, this is product class is also a separate file. Yeah, if you click on that, what happens? Just look at it, guys. If you open that file, how it is going to looks like this. Okay, meanwhile check the project. Yeah, even new project is also created. Okay, we move to new project. Yeah, before that, okay, so I'll give you some explanation. And before giving the explanation, before explaining okay, so what are the things available in the module file. Okay, I'm going to give you brief introduction. Okay, because to understand total module, we have to know so many things like pipes, services, okay, bootstrapping. There are so many things are there. Now it's not the right time to understand whole okay module file. This is a okay, so time to get introduction about module file. Okay, right. See, I don't think so. This is a not class. This is the last class related to module. No, this is a very starting class. This is a very basic introduction related to module. And then before opening that file and then before showing that, in this new project I have created, right? What I can do? Okay, I want to create module. I will come to there and I'm going to create it. Yeah, see, I have created, right? Yeah. Let us come to here, guys. What happened now? This is going to be the product module. Okay, if I open the product module, if I open this product module file, nothing inside this class, you can see nothing. No code is available, only the class, okay, product module is available. But here important thing is what? The configuration. The configuration is nothing but metadata. Metadata about what? This module. Okay, this module. Okay, what is the information available in this okay module means? Okay, if you open the component class, any component class, if you open any component class, okay, the class okay contains some logic, that's okay. Apart from that class, this class is annotated with this component decorator. This is a decorator. Here in this decorator, some configuration is available. This configuration is related to this class. Okay, if you observe carefully, this is a component related information. This is component related information. All right, guys, this is component related information. Okay, that's why we have to use component. If you open the product, you can see the concept of okay, if you see the concept of yeah ng module decorator. Okay, in the Java, you can say at the rate. You can see that can be at the rate, something that can be called as annotation in Java, but here it can be called as a decorator. What decorator it is? Ng module decorator. Ng module is for what? Okay, to provide okay module. Okay, for the module we have to provide it. Okay, now let's look at it, guys. So now I'm going to tell you the importance of these two tags. Okay, today we are going to use these two tags. Okay, inside this ng module. For this ng module, okay, there is a JSON. We need to provide the JSON. JSON is key value pair size. This is a key and these are the values. And this is a key and this is the values. Okay, key values, key and values. Okay, key values. Okay, declarations, and this is going to be the imports. Okay, fine guys, this is going to be the declarations. Okay, this is going to be the declarations. Okay, I'm going to explain you why this declaration and why this imports. This is array, declarations is also array, imports is also array. And what is this common module, that is also I'm going to explain you. Okay, of course this is a not whole information related the module. Okay, there are so many annotations related to module. Now we are not going to cover all those things because that is not the, this is not the right time to discuss all those things, but it is today is the right time to discuss what is declarations, okay, what is imports, okay, within the module. Okay, to create any module, okay, so just to create any class, the class name can be anything, you don't need to write any code inside the module, but the configuration is very important. Okay, of course if we have any logic inside the module, definitely you can write, but now, so okay, generally we'll be having no code inside this product module. Okay, in older versions of NGRX or something like that, there was some constructor, writing constructor and initiating NGRX, something, some code was it. Now, okay, newer version, okay, going to the newer versions of features, even that code is also not available inside this product module class. So, okay, finally, whatever information I have told you, you have to remember only one thing: this module class contains nothing. See here, guys, you are not extending or you are not implementing anything in this class, but the important information is the annotation. The important information is a decorator. What is a decorator? Ng module decorator. If you open the Ng module decorator, so this is something like okay, Ng module decorator contains what? Declarations as well as imports. Okay, yeah, let's look at it, guys. Okay, Ng module is a decorator, right? Normally take like this. Okay, yeah, see here, this is a Ng module. Generally we will be providing like this. Even we can create this manually also. Okay, so Ng module, whenever you are applying Ng module, so that this class is going to act as a module, and for the module you need to provide some information. What kind of information we need to provide? Let us go to here, guys. Inside that, okay, inside that, okay, to provide the information for this module, okay, so you need to use the JSON. So it's nothing but one object. To represent one object, to represent any JSON, okay, so this is the notation inside the Angular or inside the TypeScript. Okay, this is object. Okay, so this is going to be the object. Inside this object, what I can do is, okay, inside this object, what I can do is, okay, let us see here. So this is going to be, okay, so first, even if you control space, it is going to display what are the, okay, options available. See here, guys: bootstrap, declarations, entity components. These informations, these are the keys available inside this Ng module. Okay, you can use all those things. First, we need to use, okay, very, declarations. What, declarations, okay, key for the value you need to provide array. Inside the array, what we need to provide means, okay, for this module, what are the components are available? Okay, what are the components are available inside the module? Okay, this is going to be something, this shows like this. Okay, yeah, now if you create any component, automatically the created component is going to get okay, declared, okay, here in the declarations. If you manually create the component, then what you need to do, you need to come to these declarations and you need to add this particular component here, and then this is the components. Okay, I'm going to do it, I'm going to explain you while doing. I'm going to create a new modules and then new components. Okay, so we are going to work on work, okay, those things today. And the second thing is, okay, the second thing is, okay, the second information just I want to tell you here is, okay, so comma, provide the comma after key value, you need to provide the comma inside the JSON. Okay, so now provide imports. Import says what? Okay, we are going to use imports also. Okay, imports also. See here, guys, import says that, okay, whatever, okay, module, okay, let us say we are in one module. Okay, this is one module. Okay, inside this module so many components are available. Okay, inside these components you want to use any other components. Okay, if you want to use any other components, see, suppose this is a, okay, module 1. Okay, if I want to use this component, first what you need to do is whatever module component you want to use in this module. Let me repeat this. This is module 1, this is module 2. Assume module 1 and module 2. I want to use this component, okay, which is available in another module. If I want to use this inside this module 1, what you need to do is you need to, okay, import it. Okay guys, you need to import this module. Imports, you have to declare this module 1, so that if you import this module, okay, if you import this particular module, then only you can use these components. Okay, you can use these components. Okay, one more thing is all components are going to be used. If you import m2 module, inside this import, can you use all the components inside the module 2? No. Which are exported, you know, see here guys, which are exporting in this module 2. Okay, suppose let's look at it guys. We have to say like module, it may be like components, common, there is common module, is there, right? Yeah, so now, okay, you can use, okay, let us go to, where is that, I just, okay, sorry, yeah, see here guys, what is this? Common module. Okay, what we are doing? Common module. Okay, you have something like common module, right? So what is the common thing here? Whenever you say common module, whenever you see this common module, okay, so whenever you see the common module, okay, so now what is meant by what this common module contains? Components. Some assume we have 3 components. Which components can be used in this app module, in this product? This is a product module, right? In this product module, what components you can use means which components are, you know, exported, which components are exported, you know, which components are declared as exported. Okay, so this is exported. Okay, we have to import it, as well as this component has to, this module has to give permission to export. If it is export, this is also export, this is not exported. So whenever it is not exported, whenever it is not exported, what is that meaning guys? This can be used here, as well as this can be used in this component. Okay, so now 2 things we need to know. Okay, let's look at it guys. We, yeah, using this imports, what you can do, you can import other modules, so that you can use, okay, components available outside of the, okay, okay, module. Okay, I'm going to show you everything guys. Okay, somebody message me. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so now let us look at it guys. Yeah, so this is the import, is nothing but importing, to import other modules. Okay, suppose like 2 modules are there. If I want to use other module component, first of all you have to import it. Whenever you import it, then only you can use the components of other module. Okay, let us go to our new project, whatever project we have created here, right? So there, what is a, yeah, sample 9. Today's project is sample 9, cd sample 9. Okay, clear. What I will do, ng serve. Okay, meanwhile what I will do, I can go to the project and then open folder. I'll go to exactly sample 9 and select the project. Okay, fine. So this is our project, right? So this is new project, and then here I would like to create a new component, and before that I would like to create a new module. By default, what module it has created, there is app module. If you see app module, okay, what is this guys? This is going to be the app module. This is the app module. By default it has created. Inside the app module there is a component. Which component it is? Okay, so this is app component. By default it has created. Now I want to create our own okay, module. Okay, let us go to here. So of course you can go to, okay, yeah, you can go to command prompt, or you can go to here in the terminal. Within this terminal, you can see this information. Okay, you can see this information here, ng generate. Okay, ng generate module. a module. And what module? Module 1. I say module 1. Okay, the name is module 1. I have created, yeah, I just hit okay the command. So as we have discussed before, okay, one particular file is going to be created. Where it is going to be created? Remember that module 1 folder. Okay, so module 1 folder, this is a module name, and this is available in the app. Okay, this is available in the app. You can go to the app, you can go to the module 1. Okay, you can go to the module 1. See here guys, module1.ts. Okay, you can go there. The same information is available. Module class. This class contains ng module, and then declarations. See here guys, declarations have nothing. So okay, meaning that there is no, okay, so components are available at this point of time. No components are declared for this module as of now. Now it is importing other module like common module. Actually, whenever you are using, okay, why this common module means, when you open in the HTML, okay, inside the HTML file, in the components, actually in the components, if you create a components, okay, inside the components we are going to create the HTML, right? By default in the HTML, we may write the ng if, star ng if, star ng for, all these things we are using, right? These things are related to common module. Okay, yeah, as we are importing these common modules, that's why we can use star ng if, okay, star ng ng for, and then ng class. All these things are we are able to use because of we are importing this common module. Okay guys, okay, that's why this common module is important. Okay, by default, so whenever we generated it, automatically it came like this. Okay, that's why. If you don't want, if you are not using even those things also, you can remove it, but generally we are going to use, definitely we are going to use, okay, so ng for all this basic stuff we are going to use, even binding, property binding, all these things are available in the common module. Okay, fine guys, so this can be like ng module, and the common module is available. Okay, now so I want to create a component inside this module 1. Okay, so I want to create a component inside the module 1. Okay, so come to here. What is the command to create a component? Ng generate component comp1. This is the component. This is the command to create a component. But you know this command, but we need to change something here. Why? Because this component needs to be created inside the different module. If you execute this component, if you execute this command, what happens? Component is going to be created, but where it is going to be created? By default, it is going to create app module. But here we need to generate the component 1, where guys I would like to use this component. I would like to create this component in separate module. Which module we have created already? We have created one another module. So that to create inside our own module, we need to specify module folder. Okay, remember this. Okay, this is very, very important when you are dealing with this kind of component class. Ng generate component module name. What is the module name we have created, guys? Just before we have created, what is the module we have created? Okay, what is that? Module 1, right? So what we need, our command should be having module 1 and component 1. See, remember this. This is a new thing that you need to understand when you are creating component inside your own module. Ng generate component module 1. Yeah, this one. Okay, copy this one. Okay, let's look at it, guys. What you need to do, copy this particular one, or you can go to here and then let us issue the command to create the component. So to create the component, we have already have the knowledge of executing the command, but we need to change that. So yeah, yeah. So ng generate component, okay, component module 1, okay, module 1 slash module 1 slash, okay, inside this module 1 comp 1. Okay, remember that, guys. Okay, you need to remember carefully. Module 1 comp 1. Whenever you hit the command, okay, then it is going to create a component inside the module. See here, guys, where it has created. If you observe carefully, So the module has created inside. Okay, so create folder where it is source app module 1 comp 1. Okay, see here guys, if this is a module 1, right, inside the module 1 there is comp folder is created, comp 1 is created. Inside the comp 1 we can see, okay, so the file html css spec. So comp 1 folder is related to component. This component is available inside the module 1. So related to component 1, 4 files has created. And okay, so another thing happened is what, if you observe carefully in the log, see here guys, if you observe carefully, this is updated. Module 1 got updated. So which module got updated? Module 1. If you go to module 1 dot, okay, module file, okay, see here guys, got updated here. It has in the declaration spot, it was okay, nothing, it was nothing in the array. Now newly got added comp1 component. Okay, so this is going to be provided comp1 component. Okay, so this is how it is going to be provided guys. Okay, just something comp1 component, you can see like this guys. Okay, okay, so next step is comp1 component. This is going to be something like comp1 component. Okay, so yeah, better use forward slash. Why? Because it is going to work in all the missions. If you take backward slash, what happens? It is going to, okay, okay, maybe like it is not going to work in all the places. It works only, it works well in the Windows. But if you take forward slash is, okay, I want to give you confirmation. Yes, okay. So this is, okay, backward slash. This is forward slash. Okay, better providing, okay, forward slash. Why? Because this forward slash works in all the missions, like Mac mission or Linux missions or Windows missions. If you take Windows, it works only in Windows actually. Okay, so better my suggestion is use this one. Okay, yeah, use forward slash, which works in all the places. Okay, right, no problem. Yeah, coming to here, and this is going to be the command, right? We have created the command, and then whatever command it has created, newly created, the newly created command. Okay, newly created, where is that newly created? Okay, newly created component got added into the module. Which module? This is module 1. Okay, module 1. Inside the module 1, it got added to declarations. Okay, let us look at it guys. Now here at this point of time, I need to tell you very clear information now. This is module, app module. See this information, whatever I'm giving, this is very, very important now. This is app module. App module contains what component? App component. Okay, app component, app component. Okay, this is what another module is, what another module is what? Okay, module 1, module 1. This module 1 contains what? Comp 1. Comp 1. Module 1 contains what? Comp 1. Now, what I want to do is I want to use this comp 1 in app 1. See here guys. So this is the requirement. This is the information I want to tell you now. Okay, what I want to do? I want to call this comp 1 from app 1, app component. Okay, I want to call comp 1 component from the app component. App component is available in the app module. Comp 1 is available in the module 1. Okay, I want to call it. Okay, so to call that particular component, what I will do is, of course, okay, whenever we create module 1, if you observe carefully, this module 1 is also available in the app module only. But don't think so this is child module. Even though child module, it is not child module. You need to import and whatever things you need to do, you have to follow those things only. So is there any extra, okay, facilities available in the sub modules or sub modules? Means no such extra facilities. Okay, that may be child module or not child module. you have to follow some rules like importing module into another module. Yeah, I will show you shortly. I'm going to show you those things. Okay, let me close this, and then okay, let us close these two things. Of course, default implementation I have provided. I want to go to the app component.html. Here in the app component.html, what I want to do is, okay, what I want to do here is, okay, what I want to do here is, I want to call app hyphen. What is the app hyphen? Okay, comp1. Okay, go to, okay, let's see here. It is not coming here. By default, it is not showing. Let us go to module 1. Inside the module 1, comp1 is available, right? If I open comp1 dot class, if you take this app comp1, right? Let us come to the, I want to use comp1, but whatever code I am writing here, remember that this component is available where? This component is available in the different module. We are writing code inside the app module, app component. This is the component. This component is related to what? This component is related to the module. Which module it is? Okay, module 1. Okay, module 1. See here, it is showing the error. Why? Because you cannot, okay, see here guys, show me the diagram. Okay, directly you cannot. Two steps you need to do. Okay, if you want to use this kind of thing, you need to do two steps. Yeah, this is app module, this is module 1, this is comp 1. Okay, so now from app module we want to call component 1. Okay, I want to call component 1. To do so, I need to do two steps, guys. The step one is, okay, step one is import the module. Import the module, number 1, and export the component. Okay, see, you have to be very careful, guys. Here, this has to done in app module. This step has to done in the app module. This step has to done in the module 1. Module 1 file. Okay, this step has to do in the app module. This step has to do in the module 1. Okay, this step has to find in the app module 1. Okay, yeah, you see here, guys. Import the module, export the component. Okay, this is going to be the import the module. This is going to be the export the module. Okay, these two steps has to do in the different files. Yeah. Okay, let me write down those steps. Okay. Okay, so the first step is import. Okay, what is our goal? Okay, let me write the question. How to call a component in which module? Module 1. Component 1 in module 1. How to call a component in module 1? Okay, module 1. So, how to call a component in module 1 from the module. From the module. Which module? App module. From the app module. See here, guys, how to call a component in module 1 from the module, okay, app module. Okay, how to call it. See here, guys, these are the two important things. Remember this, the same question, whatever, this is the first question and this is the second question. So these questions are very specific to module 1 and app module. So I'm going to give you the answer specific to this question, specific to this module 1, so that you people can understand easily. So first, to do that, what I need to do is, I want to the component one, which I want to call component one. I want to call the component one. I'm going to write like this. Import. We need to import. What I need to import? Import app module. Sorry, import module one. Okay, module one. Where module one in app module. See here, this is the first step I need to do. Still, I did not show you the code, how to code it. First, I'm showing you, I'm telling you the steps. The same steps I'm going to show you in the code, okay, so that you people can do it. The second one is, okay, I'm going, the next, what I will do, I will, after writing the code, I'm going to copy paste the code into these steps. You can follow those things. Import module one in app module, and then another is export component one in, okay, component one in, export component one in, okay, app module. See here, app module. So import module one in app module, export component one in app module. All right, guys, these two steps are available. These two steps are available here. Okay, these two steps are available here. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is something like how to call the component one in module one from the module app module. Import module one in app module. Okay, guys, export component one in app module. Okay, let's look at it, guys. This is going to be something like this. Okay, super. Okay, this is very good. Okay. Okay, yes. Export component one in. Export component one in. Yes, yes. I missed it. I really sorry, guys. I got call and then I diverted my mind. Yeah, thanks for correcting me. Yes, you are right. You are right. Very good. Yeah, we have to export component one in uh, module one. Module one. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, guys. I got call and then I just diverted and I have given wrong information just before. And then let me correct myself. And then this is what export component one in module one. We have to export this in module one. We have to import this app module. Yeah, I just have given the theoretical information. Now I want to show you the practical information how to do it. Okay, let me go to import module one in app module. Let me go to app module file. Okay, go to app module file. So before that, we have created already module one is there, component one is already there. And then app module is also available, app component is also available. Okay, so let us go to here where I want to go to. I want to go to where module one. Okay, so module one, first we'll go to the first step, app module. Let us go to the app module. Where is app module file? This is an app module file. So inside the app module file, we need to declare the new, okay, sorry. We need to import the new module. What is the new module we have provided? So what is the new module we have created, guys? This is, okay, if you say that is module one. Okay, module one, module. See here, guys, the class name. Yeah, whenever you select it, automatically it got imported. This file got imported. So this import is different. This import is different. Okay, this import is simply the importing the, okay, class from this module. Okay, now you have to provide this class here in the imports. Don't think so if you write simple import, and don't think so this got over. You have to do the two steps in the import. Okay, in this class, first you have to import this class, and you need to provide this class here, import class, imports. Okay, see here, if you go to this file, whatever file you have, you can click on here, right? This, the class name is what? Module one, module. Actually, we have provided module one only, but the class name it has created what? Module one, module. By default it is going to be appended. By default it is going to get appended. One second, guys, give me 1 second. Okay, so repeat this thing what we have done, guys. If I go to app module, okay, how to import it? Okay, let's say, so it was like this, right? Initially it will be like this. Okay, I want to import it. Two ways you can do. One is to import the class. Two ways you can do. One is I'm going to show you something like what is the component name, module1 module. This is the class name. If I select it, what happens? Automatically it is going to get imported. Automatically it is going to get imported. This is going to be provided by the editor, and provide the comma, because we have to provide multiple values. Each value has to be separated with comma. That's fine. Okay, sometimes if it is not available directly, what you need to do? Okay, what you need to do? Okay, see here guys, first import the class. Import, manually import it from what you can do, dot, okay, app. Okay, so where is that guys? Where is the file available? We are writing app module, right? Okay, so we are in the app module. Okay, check the folder. Okay, check the folder. Okay, see here guys, if you do it manually, if you want to do it manually, now you have to check the folder structure. You are writing code in the app module, and you need to refer the file. You need to refer the file from app module to inside the module1 file. Okay, let me open this. Okay, so in this file, from this file, first you have to go to this folder. Inside the folder, this file is available. So that how to refer that from here? Okay, first current folder. In the current folder means this app module is available where guys? The app module is available inside the app, right? App folder. So dot slash, it will show you current. Dot slash means current folder. Inside the current folder, you can see module1. Inside the module1 folder, you can see module1 dot module file. Okay, you can say semicolon, and from this file you can see a class. Which class it is? App module1 module file. Okay, this is how you can refer manually. Okay, this is manually. Okay, otherwise you can get it automatically. If it is not going to come automatically, then you need to do, okay, you need to import it manually. So dot slash means current folder. Current folder contains module1 folder. That module1 folder contains module1 dot module file. Inside that file, this is the class available. Once imported, you are not using it. That's why it is showing in the blur color. Okay, it got blur. It is highlighted. Normally it is displaying, but it is got blur. It's looking like disabled like this. Why? Because you are importing the class, but you are not using it. Okay, that's why you can easily remember. Okay, when you are importing and you are not using means you can see this color, and then you can go to this color. Okay, you can go to this import array, comma, provide the comma, and you can provide it, so that it is the color is going to get changed. Okay, the color is going to get changed. Okay, module1. Okay, module1 module. Okay guys, see here guys, in the imports we have added this. This is the first step. Okay, so for that, what I can do guys, what I will do, these two steps I'm going to copy here for your reference when you are watching this. Okay, when you are referring this document, okay, then you can see this information, and then in the imports you can okay, you can provide okay, ng module, you can provide it. Okay, so okay, we'll format it later. Okay, inside this it is going to be provided. This is the first step over guys. Okay, this is the first step over. What we have done, okay, we have imported okay, module1 from app module. This is the app module. Okay, so now coming to the okay, module1. Okay, coming to the module1, we need to export component 1 in module1. Okay, so we have, okay, let's look at it guys. To go to that, what you can do, we go to that. Okay, sorry, this is not the right project. Yeah, here I want to go to the module1 module file. Okay, module1 dot module file. Here let's look at it guys. Inside the ng module, okay, array is available. This array is available. Array contains what are the keys, right? Declarations is one key, and imports is another key, and comma another one. You can say something like another one is declarations, imports. Another one is maybe like you can say you can say like exports. See here guys, there is another key, exports. For this exports, you can say Okay, okay, array guys. You can provide the array. You can provide the array here. Okay, you can provide array. Okay, inside this array, okay, what you can do inside this exports, what you can do here is, okay, see what component you want to export. What component? Of course, this module may contains 10 components, but you want to export only one, then provide that component only. See here guys, we already declared this component one, right? You can provide the same component as a export. Okay, export is over. See here guys, in the export, what we are doing, we have created the component. Okay, so and inside the project, inside the module, okay, we are exporting it. All right guys, we are exporting it, so that whoever importing this module, they can use this component. If you don't provide it, okay, if you don't export it, okay, even though you import it in another module, you can import module 1 in another module, you cannot use this component one. Why? Because this is not exporting. So see here guys, you need to export before using any class. See here guys, that's why provide exports. These are the two steps we have done. Okay, this is going to be something like ng module. Okay, provide this ng module. Yeah, just look at it. Yeah, we can format this okay, code later. Now coming to here, the two steps are over. Now the third step is we can use it. Okay, let us go to here in the app component HTML. See here guys, to use the component, okay, the component, okay, the component reference is what? App component 1. If you go to the app module and if you go to the component 1, what is the selector? App component, app comp 1. You can use app comp 1, and you can go to the HTML and you can use it. See here guys. Okay, so maybe like you can take like this is, okay, so what you can do, okay, this is app component calling app comp 1 component from module 1 comp, just module 1 component. You may provide h1 header. Yeah, let us look at it guys. You can go to UI. Yeah, you can go to UI and see here is, sorry, this is, okay, close the console part. Yeah, let's look at it guys. This is component call, we are calling it. This is the parent component. From here we are going to call it. Okay, so this is coming from where? This information is coming from comp1. Okay guys. Yeah, so just for testing purpose, I want to go to component 1. I want to go to component 1. Okay, let us go to the component 1. Component 1 class. In the component 1 HTML, I want to change some data. I want to change the data. I want to change the data. Go to app 1. Inside the module 1, there is comp 1 is available. If you go to HTML, here I want to change, this is from comp 1 or module 1. This component is from module 1. See here guys, this information is coming. Just I have tested. Whenever I change the code, automatically it got reflected. Got it guys? These are the two steps related to, okay, so using one component in another module. Is that okay guys? Component from another module. Okay. One second. Okay, just for testing purpose. Okay, I don't want to do the second step. I just want to neglect the second step. I don't want to export it. Yeah, let us go to the app. Okay, module. Yeah, which module? I have to go to module 1. Module 1. You can go to the module 1. I just remove this export. See here, guys, what happens? You are exporting it. What you are doing? Exporting nothing. Still you are not exporting and you are trying to use it. Okay, let me refresh this code. What happens? Oh, oh, see here guys, that was okay, previous output. This was previous output. Okay, but you can see here in the console, you can see this. Yeah, see here guys, what it is saying. App1 is app component 1 in Angular component. This is going to give you error. Then verify that is part of the module 1. See here, these are the possibilities. Okay, if you do any mistakes like this, you can see this information and you can fix your error. Whatever element you are using, app component you are using, verify that is part of the module or not. Yeah, whether the same module or not, just check it out. The second is app1 is a web component, then add custom select search or something, this NEMA schema. So such kind of information it is going to give you. All right guys, that's why you need these two steps. What are the two steps? Okay, you have to import the module and you have to export the component. All right guys, yeah. So this is importing, creating components and importing it. All right, yeah. Now I want to give you, okay, some exercise for you people. Okay, to do so. Okay, some exercise. Okay, what exercise I would like to give? Okay, okay. The exercise is that you have to do, create 3 modules. Module 1, module 2, module 3, and create 3 components. Okay, comp 1 in module 1. Okay, comp 2 in module 2. Comp 3 in module 3. All right guys, now here you have to call comp 1 from app module, app component. Okay, so then call comp 2 from comp 1 component. Call comp 3 from comp 2 component. Okay, this is the exercise that you need to do. Okay, got it guys? So this is the exercise. Yeah, app module is going to be the root module, so that every module will be under okay, which module? App module only. Okay, so that is the right thing. Yeah, do you have any other queries?